Hello and welcome back to the Villa View for a match preview. As you can see, I'm joined by a special guest, James. Thanks for joining me. How are you? You okay?
All right, man.
Some of you might have seen James before on the channel. He did a fan cams. I think, was it Wolves 4-1? Was it?
Yeah, it was all right, wasn't it?
Good times.
Yeah.
Hopefully we'll do another one like that. So we've met up in Birmingham for the first time. Usually, obviously, me and Dan do it sat at home, and it's a little bit difficult. So we thought we'd take the opportunity to come and meet up and do one together. The weather keeps changing, so if you see me messing with the lens, I'm trying to make the shot brighter or darker, just depending on what the weather's like. So we'll just see what happens. Rotherham, Tuesday night. Talk to me. What you're thinking?
Right, you know what? Villa really got to do something good, haven't they? They've got to impress. It's really on them to impress now. I think we were all so upset with how we went into that international break. It was devastating. I mean, you made a good video out of it, but
Yeah, it's all right.
4-1 Sheffield, and having that, not even a Villa fan.
No, it's one of those results you look at and go, it's just not acceptable.
No.
Like it's the sort of result that in the Championship especially, like we're in the Premier League and you go to Tottenham and lose 4-1, you go, oh, well, in the current climate you go, okay, whatever, or if that was a cup game. To go to Sheffield United, I'm not saying, I mean, some Sheffield United fans subscribed after the video and they'll be going, oh, we're a good team. To be fair, they were a good team, they did play well, but for Villa to have the squad we've got and go away and be like 3-0 down at half time and then come out, not make a change, 4-0 down, it's just like, what happens there?
I subscribe to the theory that you don't go into someone else's stadium and play them off the park.
Yeah.
If you're the away team, a draw is acceptable.
Yeah.
I think in any circumstance, if you want to win every away game, you need to go and support Liverpool, a big, massive club who are going to play every team off the park. Villa ain't going to play people off the park, not under Steve Bruce, not under this regime. They've got to accept draws away, and to lose 4-1 and not even have any inkling of identity or defensive structure, mainly just panicking.
Yeah.
That's 0-0, 1-1. Accept it, move on, win at home.
I think
can't do that.
I think you can accept draws away, and it's good to get draws away. But there's no reason why this team shouldn't be winning away.
Yeah, no.
Because the team's good enough to do that.
They should be. But I mean, I'd hate to mirror this quote now from Steve Bruce. That's the Championship, isn't it? Really?
Yeah.
It's mad. It's hectic. You got to take the wins where you can, and where you can take them is the home games.
Yeah.
So you got to win.
I was saying last night to my dad when what day is it? Monday. So when we were watching the game Saturday, I said we should be getting 9 points out of these 3 games. Is what I felt like. This time next week we should have 9 more points. Blackburn are a good side. Rotherham have done well, and Sheffield Wednesday, middle of the road sort of team.
Yeah.
But I feel like 9 points should be achievable aim.
Yeah.
But I'll take 7. So if we've drawn the away game and then we win the 2 at Villa Park now, I'd be fairly happy with that.
Yeah, you got to. I mean, people say what they want about the major and expecting change during the international break, but if it doesn't happen, you've got to go forward, take what we can, and see where we are.
Yeah.
And you don't want to get negative about it, but you've got to look now. If you draw against Rotherham at home, they're a good team. They're a good team, but you can't take this draw.
No.
Anything negative, anything less than a win, is going to reflect really badly.
Well, yeah, because it would be 7 games without a win if you include the cup. Like that's a bad run now.
Yeah, and in the last match, the reason we're all football fans is for that drama, that last minute goal, and it's fantastic that we scored a last minute goal, but it shouldn't have to happen.
Blackburn, you're talking about?
Yeah, Blackburn. Yeah. We've done it a few times, haven't we? It's been drama from the get go, and it's for the neutral that's fine, but I think we're kind of you saw in the summer all the financial stuff, and what happens if we don't go up? It's all this panic, so every result really does matter.
And it's not like we've not spent again this summer as well. Like the financial stuff hasn't really improved. So if we don't go up this year, I dread to think what happens because we were in the administration before. So what happens now? It's
going to be scary, and I think that's what's in the back of everyone's mind when we don't pick up the points we should. So when we draw against Blackburn, if we draw against Rotherham, if we've drawn against Wigan.
Yeah.
If we keep picking up these points and where we should be picking up 3, we keep drawing. It's going to get worse and worse.
Yeah.
The negativity's going to set in, and draws aren't bad, but they're becoming bad for Villa. They're becoming really bad.
It's sort of like the Di Matteo era that we were winning and we're losing out on points towards the end of games. Now it's the reverse, that we seem to be picking up points at the end of the games, which is obviously a slight positive that we're gaining points out of games we were losing, but you can't keep drawing games and expect to be challenging for promotion.
No, because if you draw every game, you get 46 points. I don't know if that's even good enough to stay up most years.
Probably not, to be honest.
Yeah, I think Blues got 46 points last year, and they weren't clear.
Yeah.
I think they got 46. Don't really care, to be honest. But you can't. You need to win. You need to win more. Yeah. That's obviously the formula's there. Win more than you draw or lose. Get the points. Get promotion. Go up and see where you are in the summer. And draws just keep that status quo. They keep you at that same level.
Yeah.
And we've been looking to move on for a while now, and it's just getting to the point where you drew against Blackburn, that's fine. Last minute goal, cool. We'll move on. Drew against Rotherham, drew against Sheffield Wednesday. We'll be in some problems there.
Yeah. I will talk about Rotherham in a minute. I think this camera just keeps going out of focus. So, talk to me about Rotherham then. I know I've seen you've got some some little
I
notes
showing
there.
this to the camera. Scribbles, man.
They're not
you asked
expensive.
you take a photo of them earlier.
Yeah.
You shared a note. I think a lot of people thought they was going to get blown away this year.
Yeah.
And that's not the case for a team that come up. They did well last season.
Yeah,
they did really well, and they kept going.
They went down, come straight back up, which is obviously what's the word? They've got momentum. They've got that positive atmosphere at the club, and you do see that, don't you? The teams that get promoted into the Championship that have killed it, go up to the Premier League and do well again. So I think I'd probably put Rotherham to go down at the start of the season.
Yeah, you would have though.
It's sort of one of those clubs that you think, a bit of they'll go down. They're not that great, but doing well so far. I think they're only a point behind us. So
yeah, they're not far.
I don't know whether that tells you that we're not doing great or whether they're doing good as well.
Well, they've by all intents and purposes, they've had a decent start to the season.
Yeah.
If I was a Rotherham fan, I'd be really happy. Last time out, beating Derby.
Well, if their aim is to avoid
Frank Lampard's Derby.
Frank Lampard's Derby, the new club. If their aim is to avoid relegation, like you say, you need 45, 50 points. I think they've got 10 already.
Yeah, and it's not
good,
bad.
That's good going so far.
And look, you think of this as a Rotherham fan. You just beat Derby. Now you're going to Villa Park, and if you beat Villa, are beatable.
Yeah.
They'll
be looking at us and going, we can probably cause an upset here, or an upset. I mean, probably isn't, to be honest, at the current stage.
No, I wouldn't. Honestly, I wouldn't think so. They did do a job on Derby.
Yeah.
And even though Derby got a player sent off, but I think that makes it a bit harder sometimes because you haven't got that expectation. You're a man down, go for it.
Yeah.
And they did, and the manager got sent off. Lampard got sent off as well. So I think there's a lot of momentum going to this. They've got the style. They can. I wouldn't say they can bully us. I wouldn't compare them to an ugly negative team.
Yeah.
They don't like passing on the floor. I will say that.
Do we?
They're an aerial team. I think we do like a bit more possession. I think we're comfortable with that, but we're too patient and we're too static.
Yeah.
We're very static because we'll pass it around a bit. We'll do the moves. And then we'll pass it back, and someone will launch it.
Yeah.
And that's it. Rotherham, I'm expecting a lot more aerial. So whether that means we play Jedinak, or that means across the pitch. But you'd think you'd have to rotate him. You'd have to take him out. Yeah. I don't know. I don't want to get into that yet. I think we're going to have a lot of debate about lineups soon.
Okay, we'll come on to that.
But Rotherham, Paul Warren is their manager, and he's been there since they went down. So last time we beat them, he was a manager. But they're in a tailspin. They've had a chance to regroup, a chance to find their identity, and there's no egos in that squad.
Yeah,
they're a real unit. Like you know how you might have said last season, Villa. There's a lot of squad in there, that team mentality.
Yeah.
I think Rotherham really exemplify that, and that's something to be scared of, because you see the teams that come up like Blackburn, who we just played, and Wigan, they've done decently against us.
Yeah.
And I'm feeling the same with Rotherham, if not more so. But you got to win, haven't you?
You've got to win. I saw that on your notes you'd put they were aggressive and they like to press from the front.
Yeah.
I almost feel like that style maybe suits us, especially at home, because I always feel like we struggle to break teams down almost in any game, but especially at home, because the expectations on us, the away team comes to you and they want to sit back.
Yeah.
And we sort of pass sideways, put a ball in. There's one guy up top, nothing really happens. Come back out, rinse and repeat. I feel like if your notes are accurate, if they're going to come on to us and be a bit more aggressive and a bit more forceful, I think that might suit us, and we might see a game with a few goals. I don't see us keeping another clean sheet.
But they're also a smart team.
Yeah,
and
I'm probably doing them no respect at all.
Yeah.
I've done my research, as I'm sure you can probably guess.
But see, I don't think they'll play directly into our hands. They're going to make it uncomfortable.
Yeah.
If they want to sit back, they've got the mandate to do that, because they're not. You look at Rotherham, you look at Villa. On paper, you say Rotherham haven't got a chance in hell.
Yeah.
But this isn't paper, is it?
No.
And this is Villa in 2018.
On paper. That classic cliche.
No, it isn't. It's played on the pitch, of course. But if Rotherham want to play their style and press from the front, they usually play front three.
Yeah.
So whether it's one in the middle, two wingers up, not up, or three strikers, almost, they're quite rigid. And if they want to press from the front and chase the ball down, I really think they can get in Villa's faces doing that.
Yeah.
And right now that scares me, because you may say that plays into Villa's hands, but has anything went well this season like that?
That's true. We'll come on to an actual line-up in a bit. I want to talk a little bit about Conor Hourihane.
Yeah.
What does that guy have to do to start football matches now?
I don't know, because you saw this last season. So in January 2017, we bought him, and he started the games.
Yeah.
Then in the summer, he sat behind Leandro Bacuna in the first game.
Yeah.
So this has happened. We've got previous here.
Same with the Doma, wasn't it? That same thing happened with them. And then last season, Conor Hourihane comes in and scores 11 goals. The Doma scores 15 or 16.
Mad.
And at the start of this season, or a few games so far this season, those two haven't played. I think Dan said a few times that that's like 25 goals that those new players have to
Yeah.
replace. John McGinn comes in, who looks a great signing. I feel like he's been off it the last couple of games, but I think that's probably a fitness thing. He definitely wasn't fit at Sheffield United,
Yeah.
you could tell. But that's
Who was?
Yeah, true. That's true. That's sort of his style. I remember when he signed and he said his interviews like he's all arms when he runs. And he's very like someone called him a bulldog on fan
He runs
cams,
like a
he's-
cartoon dog with his tongue out.
Yeah,
you know?
he's very low to the ground, agile, and he'll get in people's faces. He left a late tackling on somebody against Blackburn.
Yeah.
That's the player I think he gets about a bit and he goes everywhere. And I'm not saying that he shouldn't be playing. I just feel like it's harsh on Connor to get dropped for
Yeah.
him straight away. Like he signed him and he played the next game straight away for Rotherham, I think. And that didn't really make sense because there was no injury or anything like that. He just came straight in. Like I say, I think he's a great player, but I'd like to see them both play together. But then does that mean that you drop Jack Grealish?
Yeah.
That seems the impossible task to drop him. Do you get rid of the sitting midfield player, the Yedin at the wheeling? That doesn't seem to be Bruce's
No, it isn't.
idea to get rid of a sitting player. And I think someone commented like, oh, even Barcelona play a holding midfielder. It's not
They're
like
Barcelona,
it's not like a negative thing to play a holding midfielder, but I feel like some games you don't need it. Like case in point, Blackburn. It's 0-0 at half time. It's a game we could win. Was there any need to keep Jedinak on for as long as he was? I think he was on to like the 70th minute. Do you really need that holding midfield play? If you're going for the win, and I expect us to be going for the win on Tuesday, I expect us to go into every game to try and win, but that's not what it's like sometimes. We look like, oh, we're happy with a point and we'll try and nick it. Like how many times have you seen when we go a goal down and then we start playing? Like why not start playing from the off then? It doesn't make any sense.
Is it like a motivation thing? I don't see how it could be that with Steve Bruce. You know what I mean? I think if there's one thing he does, it's to motivating people. Decent.
He says like a good man manager and good defensively and stuff, but those 2 points that are like his strong points aren't even going for him at the moment. Like there's players that aren't happy. Conor Hoare and Albert Doma aren't going to be happy with what's gone on.
Yeah.
And defensively, we've looked to shambles. So if that's Bruce's 2 main points, and they're not even going well, you'd know something's going wrong, and that's why we've got so many problems.
Well, I wouldn't even say we're defensive. We just do things.
Yeah, exactly. But it's like if he's a defensive manager and he's a negative manager, why are we conceding so many goals? Why aren't we being negative then?
I'd rather be, rather than this jumble of ideas. I hate going back to the same point I made all season. It's like that lack of identity.
Yeah.
And you even see Middlesbrough and the Pulis play a bit more. Pulis, I can't even get that out. A bit more expansively.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So everyone's like, oh, Pulis is a dinosaur, Bruce is a dinosaur. They're negative managers. But
I don't think
Middlesbrough are keeping clean sheets and winning games, and we're not.
Yeah, I don't think that dinosaur thing flies. I just think there is too much of a jumble of ideas, because one minute we're passing it along the floor, and the next one's hoofing it up front.
Yeah.
There's too much. There's not enough cohesion. You see that in the lineup as well. Like there's just 3 banks of players, completely separate, and the only glue is Jack Grealish and McGinn.
Yeah, we're always playing behind that last line of defence.
Yeah.
We're never penetrating, playing balls. There was a moment when Abraham made a great run, and you could see him holding his run, trying not to be offside. And I think it was possibly McGinn or Grealish were running with it.
Yeah.
And it was crying out through ball straight, and he's one-on-one with the keeper pretty much. And it's those sort of like little half moments that you think, if we just play the pass there and he's through and he takes a shot and we score, we're 1-0 up. And it goes out wide and we put a ball in, there's no one there. And it's just like, to watch, it's so frustrating because it's almost like just nothingness.
Yeah.
I don't know what Villa are at the moment.
So that's annoying though, isn't it? Because especially this match at home, Rotherham, I've always thought that if you're a team with a big stadium and you're playing at home, you have a mandate to play good football.
Yeah.
That's what you should, massive clubs with big stadiums play good football, usually, more times often than not. And you've never seen that from Villa, apart from Di Matteo, and that's the most frustrating thing, that we weren't getting the results, but we were playing well. We're playing like the team we should be, because we're Aston Villa. That comes with something. It's like, look at Leeds United now, playing the way that they should be.
Yeah.
Playing the way that they should be in front of a sold-out stadium. And, you're losing that at Villa a bit.
So the whole like playing well but not getting results versus playing poorly but getting results.
Yeah.
I'll take results all day long. I've got a season ticket, I'll go to every game. If I'm bored for 23 games but we win every one, happy days. Like I don't care. If we win them all 1-0, perfect. But at the moment, we're not playing well and we're not getting results, and that's usually ends one way.
You look at Rotherham, who we're playing, they stuck to their ideas, their philosophy, and they went down, they regrouped, they come back, and they've come back stronger.
Yeah.
So sometimes the results aren't there, yes, but you're moving forward.
Yeah.
At the very least, you're moving forward, and you can see that with them. And can you see that with us? I want to say yeah.
Yeah.
And maybe we will if we win. Maybe this is the time. But it seems like we've been in this point far too often.
But yeah, Bruce keeps saying the longer we play, the better we'll get. And I do sort of agree that there is new players, and he keeps talking about like we've lost 6 players from the Championship final and stuff, but we've replaced them.
Yeah,
They do need time to settle in. I do get that, but like, they're professional footballers. Like play the pass, score a goal. Like
if they do need time to settle in, use the international break to coach your ideas, get it sorted, get it down.
To be fair, a lot of our players did go away. A lot of the new players as well. It's a difficult one. There's reasons for both arguments. People will say we should be doing better, and I totally agree with that. But then the flip side of the argument is we have got a new squad. We've not had. I mean, we've had a good start with fixtures, but like things haven't totally gone our way. Like there was a blatant penalty against Blackburn that we should have had. Like if you get that and you go 1-0 up, and I'm making excuses. Like we've not been good enough. That's the facts. But I don't know. I just feel really frustrated that we're not seeing the Villa that I thought we'd see. Like before the financial stuff came out of the way, like after the playoffs, I was like, right, another season in the Championship. I want us to be top of the league for the whole season.
Yeah.
I want to do what Wolves did. I want to win every game and just be like easy and know that you're going to go up. Like in like February or March, it was like Wolves are going up. Like there's no doubt about it. They're probably going to win the title. I wanted Villa to be that.
But even when Fulham, like they had a really tough start to the season, didn't they?
Yeah.
And then, like in January and February when they started to get it together, everyone was like, they're going up.
Yeah.
They're definitely going up.
Yeah. It works both ways, doesn't it? Because you could apply that to us now that we've not had a great start, but we then go on a massive winning run, and all of a sudden we're right back up there. Like we're not miles away anyway. We're like 4 points off the top or something. I haven't checked, but we're not miles away. Like I said on the last video, like I said to Dan, like this is probably a stupid question, but like if we win, we'll go into the playoff picture. But the league table doesn't matter yet. And someone commented saying like, oh, the league table does matter. It does matter. But at the end of the day, like if Leeds lose the next one and we win and we're a point behind them, like this whole like we're poor, they're great. Well, we're a point behind, so it doesn't matter.
Every game has to matter because
every game matters, but I don't think analysing the league table and positions and stuff.
You can't do that, no. But you got to look at your points.
Yeah.
Because when you're at the end and you're say 5 points off relegation, there's 5 points you could have picked up here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But no, it is tough because going back to the point, we haven't moved on, and we're gonna have to as soon as now.
Yeah.
This has to be the turning point. Really does, because if
you've been saying that for ages, though.
Yeah, but you know you got to. This is the one because Steve Bruce is still in the job. He's got his players. This has to be it now.
Yeah.
This has to be. You can't take a negative result from this. As long as Villa play good, there's something positive to move on. We can take that. If it's more negativity, then what happens?
Yeah. I said to Dan in the Blackburn preview, like at least give a good performance at Blackburn, and that will like sway a lot of fans. Like, there's a lot of fans that don't like the manager and never will. They don't like some of the players. They're not happy. Blah blah blah. Whatever. But if we play well against Blackburn and we give it a go, like some people that are maybe on the fence or whatever will think, oh, at least we tried, at least you know, we could have won that game, we hit the bar 3 times, whatever, we played well. We didn't really do that against Blackburn. I feel like, it sounds stupid to repeat myself, but Tuesday night needs to be that as well.
It does.
We need the result, no doubt about it, but just play well. Play well in front of 30,000 and get people back on side a little bit and give us a little bit of chance. If you play well tomorrow and win, you go into Saturday's game, you win that, everything looks a little bit rosier.
It sounds stupid, but you know when you're playing Football Manager and you get a draw and the whole table advances,
yeah.
It's like that's real.
Yeah, because you get
nothing.
You get left behind, which is
the only team you're matching is the team you just drawn against, and if you just drew against Rotherham, you're matching Rotherham. You don't want to be on Rotherham's pace. No offence to Rotherham.
Yeah.
You don't want to be on their pace. You want to be on a Leeds United pace.
All the results went our way as well Saturday.
Yeah, that's
a lot of good
frustrating.
teams dropped points, but so did we. So I mean, we dropped points. We gained a point. We thought we were going to.
It's a point gained, isn't it? Really. But it shouldn't be a point gained.
No, exactly.
As I said, I'm happy with that draw, but that's in isolation. If you combine that with a draw today, then you got a problem.
Yeah.
You combine that with another draw on the weekend, then you got more problems.
Yeah.
So you don't want to think about it though, do you? You don't want to think about what a loss could mean, because it doesn't mean Steve Bruce is out of a job. It just means we are sinking. We
will talk about teams very soon. 26 minutes we've been going for so far. Really? I don't know how long this video is going to be, but we'll just keep waffling. I don't know how much of this has been good. You'll have to let us know in the comments. Talk to me about Jack Grealish a little bit, because
what do you want to know?
Again, I feel like I'm going to get so much abuse from this video, but I feel like he's clearly our best player, right?
Yeah.
Exceptional talent. Danny's probably going to be watching this going, oh, what are you talking about? But the Jack Grealish we've seen so far, and I'm talking about these 6 or 7 games as an isolation, forget everything else. Jack Grealish we've seen so far is not a player that we were demanding 40 million for 3 months ago.
Probably not, no, but Villa on the whole haven't played well. When I think
True.
It's like a joint thing. If Villa play well, he's going to play well.
Yeah.
But he's also going to be a part of Villa playing well. So for Villa to play well, he has to play well.
Yeah.
I don't think he's played terribly. I don't think he's played amazing.
Yeah.
I think he's just been in the middle, this medium, and we did see that before when he come back from that
Average.
injury. Yeah.
Yeah, like I say, there's people going to be going, oh, you don't rate him. I do rate him. I think
Massively.
he's clearly our best player, but he's not done enough this season yet. Because I remember when he was linked to Spurs, and people who weren't Villa fans who don't watch him were going, oh, he got 3 goals and 2 assists or whatever. Like, that's pathetic. And like that's, as we know, that's not. It is his game, and he should be scoring more and he should be assisting more, but he influences the game as a whole, and he hasn't done that this season. That's a fact.
I don't know whether that's more Villa's issue.
Yeah,
as we said, they're static. Like, how can they expect him to lead the line, not lead the line, but lead the team on the pitch in terms of creativity, if he's going to be running back and chasing back all the time?
Yeah, he's too deep too often.
Yeah, so maybe you do need to ask your defensive midfielder to sit, like Bjarnason does. He sits on the centre line, the midfield line, and it allows the team to go up a bit. Jedinak doesn't.
Yeah.
And I get why, but maybe you need that. Like we said, bring in Rotherham, allow the team to push up more.
Yeah.
And let McGinn and Rotherham be your midfielders. Let Jack Grealish be behind the striker where he wants to be.
Yeah.
I know he looks good in midfield, and we said last season how good he looks in centre midfield because he's tracking back, he's putting in good tackles.
Yeah.
He's tough. But now, if you want Jack Grealish to be the Jack Grealish, you need to play him in his position, and his position is behind the striker.
Yeah.
And he's not. He does get there, but only after he's dribbled across the pitch to get there, and that's not going to work.
And then you're asking for miracles, pretty much.
Yeah, you are. You're asking for him to do that thing, like that Paul Gascoigne run, what he did against Middlesbrough in the playoff semi-final.
Yeah.
He gets the ball and takes it all the way. You're asking him to do that every game. It's not going to happen. No.
Yeah, I'll say I'm not slating him. I'm not having a go at him. He's clearly our best player. But like you say, is that catch-22 that if Villa play well, it's because Grealish has played well. But Grealish can't play well if Villa don't play well. So it's like, how do you find that balance?
That's true for every attacking midfielder.
Yeah.
Especially if you're asking them to not get involved, because the team has to play well to get them involved.
Yeah.
And
Horan's coming off the bench and set up a goal and scored.
Yeah.
And when he's come on, so we don't necessarily have to play well as a unit to have individual performances that go well.
Yeah.
So it's just
we just need to find what's right, and how long we're saying Jedinak doesn't work at centre back. He wouldn't work at centre back unless you give him the minutes at centre back.
Yeah.
But that's not going to happen. It's like finding that mixture. Now they've canned it. Now they've canned that in and put Twanzebe at centre back. But in terms of Jack Grealish, I think he has been Villa's probably their best player this season. I think you can say. But Villa on the whole haven't even been that good. So best player just means average, really.
Yeah. We'll go on to an actual team line now to try and wrap this video up in some speed. Do you want to talk us through like a team that you think Bruce will play, and I'll do a team that I want to play? Going for your notes?
No, I know it off by heart.
Go on then.
It's Nolan in goal, of course. Centre back pairing: Axel Twanzebe, James Chester. I'm expecting them to actually play a bit better this time. They can't be kicking balls into the midfield randomly. Left back, I'm going to go with Neil Taylor this time. Right back, Ahmed Al Mohamedi.
Yep.
Bring him back from the wing.
That's the team I've gone for so far.
Let's just play our 2 actual wingers, and I'm not going to slag Almo off on the wing. He's done alright. He's done alright so far.
Balassi,
Al Ghazi on the wings. That has to happen.
I wouldn't be starting Balassi.
Probably not.
Still don't think his fitness is there to be starting a game yet.
Also, I'm forgetting we've just played a game as well.
Yeah. He played like 10 minutes.
Well, you're going to put a domer on, aren't you? You're going to put a domer with Al Ghazi?
I'll do mine in a minute, because I need to check my phone.
Okay, I'm going to go for Balassi and Al Ghazi as well. I'm going to keep the defensive midfielder, and it's going to be Glenn Whelan.
Okay.
Because I think he played well against, he even played well against Sheffield United. He's the only person fighting fires in the midfield.
I think we said at the time he's the only player that's sort of put himself about a bit. He was getting here, there, and everywhere. I mean, to say he was the best player at Sheffield United doesn't really say a lot, but
he's played
he was
well
decent.
In every game he's played for Villa this season. He's played really well. And when I say Jack Grealish has been Villa's best player, maybe it's Glenn Whelan. He did that assist that he did against Sheffield United. It was good.
Yeah.
And he's the only person fighting these fires in midfield on his own. Yeah. And he gets about. He passes the ball well, and he's a better player than he was last season. I think he's grown. And that's he's an older player, so he's grown in his time at Villa, which is marvellous, really. Yeah. Centre mid, and because I know we're not going to play Jack Grealish at like number 10 role, he's going to be a centre mid with John McGinn.
Okay.
Up front, of course, Tammy Abraham.
No Codger.
Tammy Abraham.
No Horan. This is the team you think Bruce will go for, though. Also, the team you'd love to see.
He's not going to play Horan unless Horan comes in from McGinn. Horan is not coming in for a defensive midfielder.
So that's the team.
That'll be ballsy.
Yeah, that's the team I've put down. So the team I'd like to see, and I usually go that Dan usually does what Bruce thinks, because he's more sensible, and I'll just sort of go for, this is what I'd do if I was playing on Football Manager. So I've got Neil in goal, same back four, Elmo, Twanzebe, Chester, Taylor. Does this mean that Hutton doesn't make our squad? I don't think our best 11 includes Alan Hutton anymore.
It can't, because I don't know. I don't like saying you need left-footed players on the left.
Yeah.
But I don't even know what foot Neil Taylor uses. I never.
He's left-footed.
Is he left-footed?
Yeah.
Well, play him on the left. And
we did look a bit more balanced in terms of like positions and stuff against Blackburn. I think that was the one sort of slight positive. Left footers on the left. Left footers on the left. Voice crack. Left footers on the left. Right footers on the right. A little bit more balanced, like centre back at centre back, a right back at right back.
Yeah.
Like it's a little bit more normal, which
Yeah.
is. I don't want to get into it, but I don't know why we've not done that earlier. Midfield, I've gone McGinn, Grealish, and Horan.
He's not going to play that though,
I don't think he will, but
I think Horan will make it, but he'll be at the expense of one of them.
Yeah, I don't think it'll be Jack.
He can't, can he?
I think
Because if he takes Jack, pulls him from the team, and Villa don't win, that's.
I don't think it'd be that harsh to drop him.
It wouldn't be, no, because
To say drop him, it's resting him, isn't it? More so than anything.
That's what I was going to say. Like you can't expect him to play that top level. Even peak fitness, you're only going to be fit for a week. Like, you're fully fit for about 2 weeks out of the year. The rest you're going to be knackered.
Yeah, I don't think he'll do it, but that's what I'd like. I mean, I've been saying for ages, that's the three I want to see. But I think if Horan comes on, basically saves your skin and gets you a point, I feel like you reward him by playing him, but like you say, it's probably going to be for McGinn, isn't it?
He's done that a few, like in the League Cup. I know people say the League Cup doesn't matter that much, but he saved our skin in that match, and then rewarded with nothing.
Yeah, I don't like that. That's what I'll go for. And then I've gone for a front three. El Ghazi on the right, which I'm not sure whether you can play on the right, but
yeah, I think I'd go for that.
You can play a winger either side, can't you? Abraham up front, and I've gone Codger on the left. I said for Blackburn I'd have Codger on the wing to Dan, because I feel like there's less pressure on him, because he's not the main man. I think he likes being the main man, and all eyes on him sort of thing.
He's good at cutting in.
From an ego point of view, but I think cutting in, drifting out wide, it gives us an option when we go long ball from defence and goal kicks or whatever, to have Abraham and him playing together. You've got two focal points there instead of just the one. El Ghazi's a big lad as well, actually. I think he's over 6 foot, so that's the thing I'll go for. Again, I don't think this will. I think the team you picked will be more likely. El Ghazi, I don't know why he didn't play against Blackburn.
It's got to be. I hope it's a fitness thing, because
like 1 minute Adoma's been shipped off to Borough, and then he's starting over a guy that scored in the previous game. It's just like
I don't hate Al Mohammedi on the wing, because he gets forward. He scored a goal against Reading just from his movement. He's good at doing that. But I think you've got so much more potential in Al Ghazi, Blassie, Adoma on that wing.
Yeah.
Al Mohammedi's not a bad winger. He's not even bad up front, to be fair. He gets in the box and he does cause some havoc. He's done it twice this season for us, but you've got to go with the potential and the players that can grow in that role, not the players who are already at that limit.
Again, though, he's not a right winger, is he? He's not a right midfielder, he's a right back, and I want to see him playing at right back. I think he's our best right back. So play him at right back. Yeah, because he'll still come forward. You could tell the difference between Twanzebe at right back and was it Elmo right back against Blackburn, or was it Hutton? No, it's Hutton, wasn't it? I say Hutton either or. I don't really care. I think Elmo's a better footballer than Hutton. Hutton gives his all, and he played well at left back last season. I'll give him credit for that. But I don't think he makes our best 11. But the difference between Twanzebe is that he's not comfortable going forward, pushing on and crossing balls in, because he's a centre back playing out of position at right back. Elmo's good going forward. He's decent defending as well. I think you get the overlap option with him playing right back and actual right back. Whereas with Twanzebe there was no fluidity with the fullbacks. We've got that back a little bit now.
You've got to stick with your team now as well, haven't you? You've got to really, do the rotation, but you've got to find those key parts. And Elmo at right back is probably a key part to this team. Yeah. Because he does get forward. And he's a good crosser as well.
I think the back four you've picked and the keeper should be the back four every game regardless, unless there's injuries or fitness concerns.
You're going to put Bree in, you're going to put Hutton in at some games, but most games you're going to keep Twanzebe and Chester. Chester should start every game.
There's no one else to play, centre back, apart from Jedinak. So I have to play. I have to stay fit.
But one thing I did want to point out about our lineup is we've played the same formation forever.
Yeah.
Rotherham have used about 6 or 7 different formations this season alone. They're experimenting. Sometimes a lot of people say it's a sign of a weaker team if you're constantly changing. but not necessarily.
Nah.
And Villa has stayed in this formation, this system, and trying to force things. And I don't know if the lone striker works, especially if Scott Hogan comes back. If you might want to play two, you mix it up a bit. You don't always have to play two on the wing.
Well, we had Codger and Abraham played up front together for a short spell of Blackburn.
It don't count though, does it? Because that's desperation.
No. Yeah. So we'll finish with our predictions like we always do. I'll let you go first as a guest on today's show. What are you thinking?
I'm going to go 2-1, and I think Rotherham might score first. Set piece.
I dread to think what the atmosphere will be like at Villa Park if that happens. It's just, it always seems a little bit more flat on a Tuesday, and if we go behind, it could go pretty toxic, pretty quick.
Yeah, the team's got to respond. As I said, Villa playing a big stadium. They've got a mandate to perform well in that big stadium because they've got money back in the team. Yeah. People, you're not paying £5 for these tickets, are you? Yeah. You're paying about 30-40, aren't you? So they've got a mandate to perform well. They need to perform well. 2-1. Don't think that's not a bad result, even if Rotherham score. Actually, I prefer Rotherham to score first, so we can show that we're a team that will fight back. Yeah. We won't be pushed around by a team trying to, take a scalp.
Yeah. I've gone 2-0. The elusive clean sheet. We're finally going to get it.
You reckon?
I've actually got Blackburn bang on. I said 1-1.
Bang on.
Said 1-1. Conor Horan saved me last minute. I wish I put some money on it. But yeah, I've gone 2-0. When for the podcast, the boys did their predictions for the month, and me and Chris did ours as well, and I sent them on WhatsApp to Tom, so I went back and searched what I said because I wanted to match up and do the same thing. So I said 2-0 a few weeks ago, so I'm going to stick with it and go 2-0 again. I thought we'd draw at Sheffield United, draw with Blackburn, beat Rotherham, so 1 out of 2 so far.
Yeah, well, I hope Rotherham give us a game. They've got every right to sit back and be rigid, but I don't think that's them. No. I think they'll want to claim something, and they take a lot of shots. They ping the ball into the box. They're quite dangerous, and the goal scorers, their top goal scorer has 1 goal, but how many players in their team have scored 1 goal? Quite a few. Yeah. So dangerous set pieces. I think we're there for the taking at set piece. I think. Yeah, I totally agree.
For those of you that enjoyed this video, you'll be seeing a little bit more of James over the next couple of weeks. Danny's sunning it up in. Are you happy about that?
Yeah.
Danny's sunning it up in Barbados at the minute. I think it's actually his birthday today. So Dan, if you're watching, happy birthday, many happy returns. 39 is it today?
It's not funny.
It's 32 or something like that, I don't know. James will be doing fan cams tomorrow night with me behind the camera. We'll be outside the Holte end in our usual position. Hopefully we'll be talking about 3 points because I can't stomach another video with a draw or a defeat. James, thank you very much for your time. I really appreciate it. If you enjoy this video, give it a like, give us a comment, all that sort of stuff. I'm not going to waffle on with an outro because this is clearly not my strong point. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow night. If you enjoyed that video, why not watch another one? Click one of the video options on the screen now, and if you don't mind, subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching.